Hi, I'm Jerry Drager, Drager's International Classic Sales in Seattle, Washington. We're at Drager's Clubhouse, where I want to show you this beautiful 1949 Chev pickup that I just got in. Now, it's kind of an interesting story on this truck. I'm always looking for rigs to buy, and I like these trucks. I grew up in one of these trucks, had my license suspended in one of these trucks before I was 16. So I've been around these trucks a long time. Anyway, I tried to buy this truck a little over a year ago, and when I was trying to buy it, another guy came along and bought it before I did. And so I missed out on it, and then it came up for sale again here just recently. And it was a guy I knew. I had bought a rig from him before. I bought actually 3 cars from him, and one of them was that I bought was that 1937 Ford right there. I bought that 1937 Ford from him 1996, and I sold it, and I've just got it back. So they come around, and that's kind of what's fun about this selling these classic cars. You never know what you're going to get. Now, this truck came out of Minnesota. It was a farm truck. It was started to get restored back there, and then it came out here. I think 3 owners now, so you'd be the 4th owner on it. It's got a 235 in it instead of the 216, so it's a much better engine combination. This thing runs great. We just had the carburetor rebuild, so it's there. It's got a 4-speed in it. I would tell you it looks it looks really good. I'm not going to tell you it's perfect, but it's a really nice car. It's clean all around. It runs and drives great. You'll have a great time with this truck. Now, I got to tell you, I love this truck. There's something about it. Maybe it's because it's black. I don't know. It just really, really looks good. Now, it's not perfect. I mean, I look at things. There's a little bit of a spots here, and they're just minor. You don't see them. I wouldn't do anything with them. Most people will never notice them, but they're there. I mean, being in black and all your chrome and your wide whites just show up so nice. I mean, this whole thing, it is beautiful. Really nicely done. And again, like I say, it's not perfect. You can find some flaws in it from place. And it's a 5-window truck. The bed is decent on it. It's good. It's black, as we'll show you here in just a moment. I mean, there's not much on this so far as bad paint or chips or scratches or anything. Now, I know this truck is beautiful, but the worst thing on there, I think, is probably the inside of the bed and the tailgate. I see there's a little spot here. Here's another little spot. They painted over it. You know, I mean, it's an old tailgate, and they didn't straighten it totally. But you know what? You got to look for those spots. This thing is nice. Driver's side, just like the passenger side, it's all, you know, this truck is just beautiful. And again, I keep telling you that it's not perfect. Nope, that was just stuff. There's a little dust here and there. But I know there's some imperfections in it. But really, nothing jumps at you other than how beautiful it is. I mean, it's just gorgeous. Chrome mirror looks good. All this, everything along here, it all looks really, really nice. Oh, I do see it. Well, I don't feel it, but it looks like a dent right there. This chrome grille, I mean, it just sets this thing off. All the chrome on here. The chrome bumper is beautiful. I mean, the paint is nice on here. I can see, well, that's not anything. But I know there's some imperfections in it, but they're minor. I'm going to tell you, anywhere you go with this truck, you're going to get thumbs up. Now, to open the hood on this, you got to reach underneath here, and you got to pull down on it. It's bent up a little bit or something, because you can't just grab it and pull it out. And we have a safety hitch right here, and of course, that's all there is to open and closing the hood. To undo the tailgate, you got to undo your chains and drop them down, and this will open up. You can set it all the way down, or you can just set this in here, which way I do most of it. And I can see a couple of lumps on here. Nothing giant. And I noticed in here in the bed, right in here, there's a couple little spots. And over on that other side, can you see them over there? There's some dimples all along there where, you know, this truck is, you know, is it a work truck is what it probably was. Now you can see the bed is painted black. It had old strips in it. We put the chrome strips in it just because it it needed something, and boy, it really sets it off. So I think you'll find that overall this thing is just a really, really nice truck. Give you a lot of good years of service, and you'll have a lot of fun driving it. Just don't take it out in the rain. It's too clean and too nice. You can see the turn signals are working. This is one of the things I like about this truck is you can see just how clean it is. And I love this color. I've never seen a truck done quite in this color exactly. It's kind of got a gold tinge to it. You can see it all down here, it all matches and stuff. I mean, it's clean, and this interior, as you can see, the material's real nice, the seat's real good. Headliner is real nice in here, and the dash looks real good, and it just nothing exciting. It's all basically stock. The gauges look beautiful. It's got an aftermarket radio in it, and we'll show you in the glove box here. This right door is the same way. It's all clean, looks good. Door handles look nice. Everything. We're missing a screw right there, but you can see the door jambs here are good. And I don't know if you can see that, but there's your CD player right there. And it just you can see the whole dash looks real good. It's a nice truck. Now I would tell you have this radio in here. It's AM, FM, and it's got a CD player. I don't like the radio. I think it's not very good radio, but it does play. Took me a while to get it on station. And the CD works. I don't know how fast it will cycle through here, but it does work. There we go. That's right here. Up. So you can see it works. Originally, there was a starter button down on the floor next to the gas pedal, but this one has been converted to a push button, so you just turn the key on, and right over here on the dash is the starter button. As you can see, it starts right up. You can see the gauges went, and when I shut it off here, you can watch them go down. So all that works good. The speedometer works good, everything. Now this is wipers, and they're vacuum operated. Now they'd work a little better if they had some water on them, but as you can see, the wipers do work. So these old trucks may not have had mechanical air conditioning, but they had air conditioning right there. You'd push the lever in and just pull that back out for your getting air into the cab. Now this is my favorite setup when I got the transmission on the floor. It's a 4-speed. Compound low for a good old work truck, and it reverses way over to the side here, but you go up here and that's compound low, and this is second, but in reality it's really first, second, and third. I mean, it's slick. I like them. They're easy to drive. This is the emergency brake release right here. You just pull that, and of course you step on it to reset it again. And it's only working on one wheel. There was a spreader bar or something that Dick ran into and wasn't easy to find, so it's only braking on one wheel, and all you got to do is put this thing into compound low or reverse, and it's not going to go anywhere anyway. Now the windows crank up and down just fine. As you can see right there, both sides work just fine. Now you got another lever right in here, side here, to open that vent right there up and give you a little more additional air in. As you can see underneath this pickup, it's all good and solid, looks good. People ask me about spare tire. There is no spare tire with it, but you can see it's got the part of the assembly here, so you guy could put a spare wheel under here if he wanted to. This is the original rear end underneath here, and you can see we got helper springs under here. So this thing will hold a load. You could put a lot of weight in this rig and it'll work just great. I have used these trucks. I grew up with them, and I used to load them down really heavy. They'd haul anything. Looks like a recent new muffler underneath here, and the tailpipe going back on the exhaust system. I mean, everything's nice and clean under here. Now, I look at underneath these floor pans. They look all good and solid. These cab corners right up in here, they look real good. They feel good. I don't see anything in the way of rust. I can see this where it's been undercoated underneath here at some time or another. There's your gas shutoff valve for the gas tank. And of course, these have got the torque tube with the drive shaft goes down through the tube here. Now on the bottom of this running board we have this support strip here, and there is some rust in this, and that's just minor rust there. And here you can see this cab, the inner cab part here, and it's rusted out. And I can see where this cab corner has been replaced on here from the reaching up in here. So both cab corners to me have been replaced. Now, as you can see, the floor pans are all good. The frame is real good and solid on this. I didn't see any rust in the frame anywhere. This is the bottom of this big 4-speed transmission. Looks like I've got a brand new cable on here on the deal. The master cylinders right there for the brakes. Of course, this is the bottom of the 235 engine. And you can see that everything's good and solid here. Now, I did find right up in here, you can see there's a couple of bad spots, but it's just minor. Now I'm trying to find all the bad spots on here for you that I can, and the worst one was the cab corner over there on that left side where the inner cab is rusted out. But this is just minor. There's nothing here, but you got these holes here. There's some minor rust holes right there. But basically this truck is really solid and very good. You can see this is all a stock solid axle front end in here with the leaf springs. One thing I didn't mention in the back there, but it's got 4 brand new shocks on here. They're brand new on here, so they're all good. And you can see all this underneath here is good and solid. There's no rust or anything under here. You'll like this truck. This is a great truck. As you can see, this thing's just really clean and nice in here. It's not show, but it's clean. I mean, everything looks good. This has got a 235 in it and not the 216 now. So you got the better engine. You got an oil filter on here. We just had the carburetor rebuilt. I wasn't happy driving it. It spit back a little bit, so we got that all taken care of. I tried to buy this truck a year ago, and it had the old cover on it, and it's got a new chrome cover on it. We didn't do that, just the way we bought it. Now you can see we got the heater hoses here. They go back and they're into the control valve right there. That's your heater control. And so this one's got a heater on it and it works good. And you can see the engine's nice and clean. Looks good. You can see this 235 runs good. How's this truck looking? I bet it looks great. Going up onto I-5 now. Gives you a good chance to see this truck at freeway speeds. I'm sure this thing is really eyeballs really well. I mean, let's face it, it's a great looking truck in excellent condition. Something you're going to be really happy with. Pretty close. It says 60 on the speedo and it shows, what does it show? 59 on here, so it gives you an idea how fast we're going. Now you can see this passenger side of this truck. Give you an idea how it does. goes down the road just really well. Speedometer is pretty accurate. Well, we're back to Draeger's Classics, and I hope you enjoyed this drive on this time around, and you got a good feel for what this truck is. I want to tell you, it's a beautiful truck. If you got any questions, make sure you call us at 206-533-9600. You'll like this truck. I mean, it is really, really nice.
On behalf of my father, Jerry, and myself, I hope you enjoyed the video that we put together and got a better feel for what the overall condition of the vehicle is.
Thanks, Andrew and Woody. Anyway, we would like to invite you to come see us at Draeger's Clubhouse. If you're ever in Seattle, you should give us a call and come out and see Draeger's Clubhouse firsthand. It's a fun place. We got a lot of interesting things. And if you have any questions about the vehicle you just watched, give us a call at 206-533-9600. Thanks again.